Christmas, only a week away. If you haven't already, it's time to get out there and spend money you don't have buying crap for people you don't really get on with, who won't appreciate it anyway. There's one phrase that gets used more than any other in my house on Christmas Day. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's the phrase, "Did you keep the receipt? Have you got the receipt? Can I have the receipt?" Yes, Auntie Karen, I did keep the receipt, because when I was in the shop buying you this very generous gift you don't deserve, I thought to myself, I'd better keep the receipt, because the one thing about Auntie Karen is, she's a right ungrateful twat. Christmas, a time of peace on earth and goodwill to all men, but there's precious little of either of those things about, is there? The conflict rages on in Gaza. People say to me, whose side are you on, Andrew? The Israelis or the Palestinians? And the answer is, neither of them. I hope they all die before Britain has to send them any more foreign aid payments, because we've already sent enough cash to Ukraine, haven't we? And we don't seem to have got much value for money. Doesn't seem to be much progress over there, does there? People ask, what do you think of the situation in Ukraine, Andrew? Well, I think the whole situation has become brain-picklingly tedious. Difficult not to be bored of it by now. The whole thing's dragged on for ages. It's reached a point where no one's quite sure of what's going on now, but we keep chucking money at them anyway, because it's not as if we've got a housing crisis, health service crisis, rampant inflation and mass uncontrolled immigration to contend with. We can well afford to be throwing cash around left, right and centre. Perhaps the dullness of the Ukraine situation is a sign that things might be about to come to an end there. I mean, do wars ever end simply because everyone's stopped giving a toss about them? Possibly. No peace on earth and no goodwill to all men. Not much goodwill towards Eddie Izzard in Brighton at least, where he's just been rejected as a Labour Party candidate for the next election. Although I'm not sure we're supposed to think of him as a man. He's only a man some of the time, isn't he? We should only be thinking of him as a man for 20 minutes on a Tuesday afternoon. The rest of the time is transphobic to do so. Anyway, as Christmas dawns and your kids unwrap a load of overpriced plastic crap they'll be bored with by Boxing Day while shoveling down Quality Street until they're sick, let's at least congratulate ourselves on raising a new generation of physically, mentally and morally strong young leaders ready to pull this world up by its bootstraps and get us all back on track, just as soon as they've had their gender reassignment surgery and equality diversity training. Happy Winterval to you all and your blended families. Don't forget to top your inclusivity tree with a non-binary fairy, and if you're having turkey this year, make sure it's halal.